Hi, I'm Torsten Rahn, an authorized Qt trainer from basysKom. Welcome to this learning video based on material taken from the Qt Essentials training course. With these videos, we'll be giving you key insights into Qt as well as demonstrate the type of in-depth training available in the classroom-based Qt Essentials training course. Qt offers a wide range of ready-made widgets, but there may be situations where you want to create a custom widget. Creating your own custom widget is easy. You just need to derive from QWidget. You can see it in the source snippet here, where we have our custom widget inheriting publicly from QWidget. And then we have our custom widget constructor. It only takes a single argument, and therefore we declare it to be explicit to avoid implicit conversion. If you want to use signals and slots in your custom widget class, then it's important that you add the QObject macro. Now there are two possibilities. If you just want to put together your custom widget from ready-made Qt widgets, then you just use a layout to arrange the widgets inside. Or you paint the widget yourself using QPainter. Now let's have a more detailed look at how you can create your custom widget. First, you should check the Qt classes whether the widget that you want to create is available already. It could very well be that Qt offers such a widget already, that you don't need to do anything. If it's not available yet, then you must decide on a base class. Usually this would be QWidget or QFrame. Then you could re-implement the event handlers that are needed. For the mouse, this is usually mouse press event and mouse release event. For the keyboard, this would be key press event. And if the widget changes its appearance due to the focus, then you have to re-implement the focus in event or the focus out event. Of course, it's an important decision to whether you want to create a composite widget or whether you want to draw the widget yourself. If you want to create a composite widget, then you use layouts to arrange other widgets inside the widget. If you want to draw it yourself, then you need to implement the paint event and use QPainter for the drawing process. To draw the widget's visual appearance, you re-implement the paint event, and often enough the drawing itself depends on the internal states. Another decision you have to make is whether you have signals that you want to embed. Usually this is done from within the event handlers, and especially mouse press event and mouse double click event are candidates that you should evaluate. You should be careful about the types that the signal takes as a parameter. Taking general types will increase the reusability of the signals. So usually you'd stick to candidates like bool, integer and qstring. Of course, as always with creating classes in C++, it's important to figure out which internal states you want to publish. So you need to decide which internal states need getters and setters, and you need to implement those accessor methods. Then, for the signal and slot aspect, it's important to decide which setter methods should be slots. Candidates are methods with integral or common parameters. Another thing you need to decide is whether you want to allow for subclassing. If this is the case, then you need to decide which methods to make protected instead of private. And you need to decide which methods to make virtual. There are a few special guidelines that you should take into account with regard to the widget's constructor. you need to decide which parameters you want to provide at construction time. Of course, you can on one hand enrich the constructor as needed, or you can implement more than one constructor. If a parameter is needed to make the widget work properly, then it should be forced to be passed inside the constructor. Another thing that is important with regard to our constructor is that we stick to the queued convention. If it's a constructor that only takes a single argument, then you should use the explicit keyword to avoid implicit conversion. And of course, it's always important that you take the QWidget parent pointer as the last argument, and that you initialize it with 0 by default. Okay, let's have some fun and let's look at some examples about widgets. With every setup of queued, there's some application called queued demo. Launch this example and here you can select from different categories. We'll go for the widget category. And there you will find the topic group box. You can launch the example and then you can have a look at several button widgets, like for example the push buttons, which you see on the bottom right. The toggle button is a button that was made checkable. And then there's a pop-up button, where somebody has attached a pop-up. Then we have checkboxes here on the upper right. These checkboxes are non-exclusive and even have a tri-state. Then up here we find radio buttons in a group box, which are exclusive, since whenever we press one of those radio buttons, the other ones get unpressed. And down in the lower left we find radio buttons with an additional checkbox that is non-exclusive and independent. Now let's have a look at the sliders example. The sliders example provides several kinds of value widgets, like for example the spin boxes here, then there's the slider up here, there's a scroll bar here and a Q dial. And once we change the value of the slider, the scroll bar changes and the Q dial changes its value as well, since they are connected through signals and slots. And on the left you can observe how the spin boxes change their values as well. Then there's the calendar widget section. This is also a very nice example which demonstrates how Q calendar widget and the Q time, Q date edit work together. And here we have a few combo boxes where you can change the start of the week or the locale. Disable and enable the grid, and disable and enable the navigation bar. We hope you enjoyed the sample of our Qt Essentials training course. For the full experience, including labs, QAs and additional info, we recommend you attend the full multi-day Qt Essentials training course available from basysKom or any one of the Qt training partners. For full details, check out qt.nokia.com. Thanks for watching.